YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now, this video right here is about Omarosa, and we all should know Omarosa by now. Many of us are familiar with her from the show The Apprentice with Donald Trump, where he goes through his list of B list to not even B list, about C list to D list to FHG list actors and celebrities, or singers or whoever that's a has been or has not. Pretty much they go on the show, and he pretty much tell them they're fired, give them all kinds of crazy things to do. And he done had everybody on there from Dennis Rodman crazy ass to Britney Spears to the guys from Kiss. He had a lot of very different people on there, and he also had most notably Omarosa Manigault. You know that last name Manigault. But anyway, he had her on there, and we all know Omarosa been kissing his raw ass for a long time now, and I just have to put it out there just like that because that's just the damn truth. And I don't know if she thought or thinks that everybody that watch her is blind, or pretty much that they cannot think or they can't see clearly, which have to do with being blind. But at the same time, you have to be pretty crazy not to notice how Omarosa buck dance, shuck and jive for Donald Trump and people like him. And she the type would pretty much sell her soul for a jelly roll like that guy Steve Harvey will do also. But it's not about Steve Harvey, it's about Omarosa and her tactics. And big shout out to Ed Gordon. A lot of you all might know Ed Gordon, the loud speaking guy, not loud for as being trying to throw a shot at him or trying to sound negative, but being loud, but being articulate and intelligent at the same time. From BET. Matter of fact, he has a show on BET now called The Weekly, but he's been on BET for a number of years. And one thing about Ed Gordon that I like, and a lot of you all also, if you pay attention to the news or whatnot, and turn off the Love and Hip Hop and the Real Housewives and pay attention to some real news, you will understand that Ed Gordon is not the one for no BS. He don't take any crap for no one, and he would call you out on your stuff. Basically, what he did to Omarosa at the National Black Journalists Convention that they had in New Orleans a couple of days ago. And a friend of mine asked me was I going to do a video on it and talk about it, because I guess they like when I talk about Omarosa for some reason, because it's amazing, not to down the woman. It's good that she's a woman of color that's trying to do her thing, but at the same time, just because she's a woman of color don't mean she's down with you or she has your best interest at heart. Because you have a lot of people here just what they call token Negroes, and basically they will sell you out for a contract or sell you out just for a paper bag of money, basically. You feel what I'm saying? But her and Ed Gordon got into this little sparring match at the convention, and it was pretty interesting. I mean, they stood there and argued for minutes. And I'm going to try to find a few pictures to put it in the video if I can find them. But at the same time, I want to upload the video, but it's so much stuff going on with the news, how the news people coming after YouTubers that's using their news footage, and also with sound clips. So you have to be very careful so you won't get in trouble and get copyright infringement claim put on you, because you don't want any of them, because once you start getting them, it's hard to get rid of them. But anyway, they were basically asking Omarosa about how does she feel about the Trump police and what is he doing to combat this excessive force of policing that we seeing all around this country. And it's just not only people of color that's getting did very bad, it's everybody getting did very bad. It just so happened that they put the people on color on TV for a reason. It's for a reason, people, and people need to understand it also. Because trust me, when I tell people that Mexicans getting their ass whooped and getting killed too, Caucasian, male, white men, and white women getting just the same treatment. Matter of fact, I don't know if you all ever seen this video. They have it on YouTube, I think. You could type in lady get run over by a police car. They had this woman, and she was pretty much, it was this white Caucasian lady. I think she was like 28, maybe 25. I'm gonna say 25 to 30. But anyway, she was basically mentally ill and everything, and she was shooting at police. So the camera footage starts when it shows her running across this street like she's running up toward the school, and this cop car literally runs slap over this woman, kills her right there on the spot instantly. And this shows when they hear her. You can see when the car like rise up after while it's going over her body. So Trust me, everybody get it, but it just so happened that they use these techniques, and the people need to be aware of that, of this divide and conquer type strategies. True, it's a lot of stuff that we need to address in this country, for as police brutality, for as just poverty, period, and also the criminal justice system. If we could just get that to be reformed, also, that will open up a lot of doors for a lot of people, literally, where you have these people, non-violent offenders, getting the same amount of time that violent offenders get, and it's mostly in the South. It's just like this oxymoron they have right here, where you will lock one group of people up for selling marijuana, but then you will have other people that have dispensaries, that's having stores. You can just walk in the store and buy it. You can advertise on TV, but you will lock up people in a different part of the country for just a joint or just for a blunt. But you have people over here have tons of marijuana and nothing happen. You see what I'm saying? I guess that's called legalization by taxation, I guess, if you know, really want to know what it means. But anyway, so basically, Ed Gordon, Omarosa got into it. Ed was pretty much on her, asking her, we sent an invite to Donald Trump, and we wanted him to be here. Matter of fact, we sent it to all the members of the cabinet. Thank you for showing up. But at the same time, we was really trying to get more than you on here, because I guess evidently they pretty much knew how the conversation was going to go with her, and also they pretty much didn't even want her there also, because they already knew that she's going to sugarcoat a lot of stuff, and basically anything that's dealing with Donald Trump, she's going to lie for the man. She's going to stick her neck out there just like a chicken to get it, to get it chopped off. So basically, she said, and I'm reading this verbatim, she said, if you want to talk about Donald Trump, have a problem with Donald Trump, I'm not going to stand here and defend every single word and decision. Then Gordon said, no, I'm asking you about Donald Trump. I'm not going to let you railroad this. Basically, she was trying to deflect the whole question when Ed Gordon asked her about the statement that Trump made. Matter of fact, let me pull that up because I want to get it right verbatim. And pretty much basically said that, hold on, give me a second. And also before I get to that point, she made up a story about how her brother and her father lost their lives to violence in Youngstown, Ohio, and she said that it pretty much traumatized her, messed up as a child. Then she said, I fight on the front lines every day. But while she said that, I mean, if you go back and listen to the video, the whole crowd to like a how you take a gasp by having somebody say some bullshit you can't believe, like that. They pretty much did that right there. Like, I know you ain't up here telling that lie. And then she gonna sit up here and basically make a statement. If you're not at the table, you're on the menu. And then she gonna ask the crowd, are you suggesting that I walk away? That's when Ed Gordon jumped back in and said, where's Trump? Let's talk about the policy, the police and policies that he has. The statement that he made a few weeks ago, we talk about stop being so nice. I'm trying to find it. Give me a second. Where he said, okay, here you go right here. Trump actually said this right here at I think it was a Blue Lives Matter conference, some kind of conference. Let me know if you all had watched that video. What's the name of that convention or whatever speech that he was at when he gave that crazy speech about stop being so nice. Trump said, I said, please don't be too nice. Like when you guys put somebody in the car, in the back of the police car, you're protecting their head. You know how they lower you in the car, they put their hand on your head. The way you put their hand over, like don't hit their head. And they've just killed somebody. Don't hit their head. Basically, tell them be rough with them. You see what I'm saying? Just shove their ass in the car and just pretty much do whatever. I mean, they doing that any damn way. You got people getting killed in the back of the police car with handcuffs on, shot through the back. Now, how can you be handcuffed and shoot yourself through the back if you handcuffed? And then they say you committed suicide. So for Trump to say that, I mean, they've been doing that. It's basically just giving an okay. And have you noticed? Within the last, ever since really Barack, that these police been off the chain. But remember when George Bush, we didn't really see all this. You say what you want to say about George Bush. Sure, he's a crooked snake. You know what I'm saying? Crooked as a roach leg. But notice one thing, when Bush was in administration, was running this shit, you didn't see all this police violence. That didn't really take place until Barack toward his second term. And that's when it just spewed out of control. True, it's always been there, but it's like it's just more rampant today. And it's like these law enforcement officers do not care, or they don't have no fear of punishment or retributions. They feel like they can just, they feel like that badge and that uniform makes them Superman, like they're Batman or something. Like they don't have nobody to answer to, and failing to realize that the citizens the people of this country, in every country around the world, allows these people to be in charge, because the people can take the power back anytime they want to, just like a prison. You know, if you got 20 guards there, you got 5,000 inmates, men or women, the inmates are letting you run into prison. You feel what I'm saying? Because you cannot possibly, if it came down to it, take them all on. In the same way with the country. But see, that's how you know people has been brainwashed, hypnotized to be apathetic, to be subservient to what they call blind obedience to these people who don't give a damn about you. And you sit back and we allow this to happen. We allow everything to go on. So at the end of the day, we can't blame Omarosa, even though she's a snake, even though all those crooked pastors, even though a lot of them black, they crooked as hell too. Um, we can't allow these people to sit up here and rock us back to sleep. You see what I'm saying? And I'm speaking for everybody, not just for black people, not just for Hispanic people, but for Caucasians and everybody. You know, right is right, wrong is wrong. You see what I'm saying? Because trust me, we all the same color underneath. So for us to sit up here and point the finger at Omarosa, true, she's nothing but what they call a stool pigeon. You see what I'm saying? Whenever it's time for criticism or somebody to get grilled, just basically like how she got done, they'll send her out there while the big man stay at home, Donald Trump, and you know, the people up under him. They don't have to go out there. They got her for that. They got people like her for that. So let me know what you all think also in the comment section about this, because we have to call these people out when they be doing all this buck dancing. Because if you all don't see the way this country going, it's gonna be sad. One day you're gonna wake up and you won't have no kind of rights. You see what I'm saying? They just gonna be able to walk in your house and just rape your wives, your children, shoot you up or whatever. I mean, they basically doing it damn now. You know, so we have to call this foolishness out. But let me know what you all think in the comment section. And no matter what, man, you know, stay woke, like that song say, and don't believe the hype. Don't buy into this shit. You see what I'm saying? The goal is the ultimate end game goal is to get these guns out of America. America is the last stronghold of the world. We are the forefront of the whole world. Everybody look up to us in this world and they follow us. That's why we the trendsetters all across this globe. You know, when you want to be popular and really popular, you come over here. And if you can pop over here, you famous all over the world. So it's a lot riding on this that you all don't understand or know about. But hopefully in due time, you know, God willing, we can talk about more as time go on. If you like, subscribe. This has been your boy Trey. I'm out.